What's up, guys? This is Coach Matt. This is our Thursday workout. We'll get right to our squat warm-up here. 3 minutes, your choice, warm-up pace cardio. Then we're gonna get a couple rounds of lateral bench step overs. So when you do this, I want you to have a high knee, all right? So I'm standing next to the bench. I'm trying to bring that inside knee above parallel, kick it way out to the side, and then match it with the other one, right? Inside knee, high, step out, match it with the other one. So make sure, if your hip flexors are not getting tired a little bit and feeling a little burn, then raise that knee up higher. You could even like practice pulling your knee to your chest to get that thing up there, but try to test and play with the final range, the end range of how high you can get your knee before you kick it out to the side, okay? Next one is a little therapeutic exercise, working on the portion of the squat that is below parallel up to the sticking point, all right? So we're gonna put a mini band, and I want it around your mid shin for this one so that you can feel a little tension in your legs. A couple different methods for this. One of them I'll demo with a kettlebell, and then the other will be a assisted version of it. But either way, squat width stance, you can feel the tension on the band pulling your knees together, right? And what we're gonna do is from the very bottom of the squat, we're just gonna push up to slightly above parallel, hold for a second, and then down, back to where your elbows are resting on your knees, all right? And then push up, slightly above parallel, hit that sticking point, and then back down, right? And if you are someone who struggles with your feet, your heels coming up off the ground, and your knees caving in, it would be another good thing to do to take your shoes off for this, so you can feel the contact of the ground on your feet, all right? If you need help with strength at the bottom position, you can take your band. The band should be pulling you forward and up, right? It's pushing you down. Same thing, go up to my parallel position or slightly above parallel, my sticking point, and then back down. And then slightly above to that sticking point, hold, and then back down. And you should accumulate a pretty good burn in the quads as you do that for, what did I have, 6 reps on that? That should be a pretty challenging little set just with the pauses and the positions. Next, we're gonna go into 20 reps on each side of our single leg heel tap. This is another little knee therapy exercise. Just going down and up about this fast, barely touching the heel. Even if you're up high, try really hard not to flop that foot on the ground or jump off that foot that touches the ground. The only leg working is the one on top of the plate. Okay, then we'll go to our back squat warm-ups. We're gonna get into our back squats today. We are at the mid to low rep range of our percentages. Hopefully we're using our new percentages from the max out that we did a couple weeks back. So these should progressively get harder and harder. And again, if you look at this week to 6 weeks previous to 6 weeks previous to 6 weeks previous, we should be progressively going heavier in general for those sets, and recognize there's a ton of variables out there that can throw a wrench into your training. It is more important that you just get the reps in than it is that you hit the perfect percentages, right? And what we see over long periods of time of training is that even if your training is not perfect, if you are consistent and you try hard when you're here, you will get results. You will get fantastic results. You will get the kind of results that will change your life. If all you do is show up when you feel good, and if the only time you ever hit your percentages is like once every like 3 cycles, then yeah, it's harder to make progress. However, if you will just repetitively show up and do your best, use a perceived exertion method instead of a percentage method. The percentage is really like to indicate what your perceived exertion should be, right? And these today should be up to somewhere close to a 3 rep max, right? Where like a 4th rep would be really hard or impossible in that final set. That's really what we're going for, okay? And that's the kind of reps that change your body or drive your body to make its changes, okay? 2 supersets for every set of squats. Band face pull, so thumbs pointed down. I'm pulling over the top of my head smoothly, like so. And then 2 max height vertical jumps. So swing down and then jump, swing down, and jump. Get as high as you can on those 2 jumps. That should help you perform even better on your squats. And then we'll go into our metabolic conditioning for today. Today's conditioning is actually sprints, right? So it's going to be a very small amount of work followed by like a 5, 6, 7 to 1 rest to work ratio, right? So we have 3 bike sprints and 3 row sprints. Each of them is only 20 seconds. So you're only on the bike for a total of a minute. You're only on the rower for a total of a minute. The rest of it is all resting. This is a 15-minute workout with 2 minutes of work in it, right? So what that means, anytime we are that far biased towards rest away from work, that means I am asking for the complete red line. All you got for 20 seconds, and it should feel like 2.5 minutes is not enough rest, right? That is the level of effort that we're looking for this. This is a very important energy system to train. This is one of the hardest ones to train because it requires the most effort. However, you usually do not feel a significant amount of distress doing this type of workout until the very end or until the recovery from it, all right? So try not to game it out. Try not to think about what the 4th set is gonna feel like while you're doing the 1st set. Only do what's in front of you. It's 20 seconds at a time. Think about those 20 seconds as like their own little thing, their own little workout, and you're gonna try as hard as you can at 20 seconds. Next time the 20 seconds comes around, you're doing it again. You may not get as many calories, it may not go as fast, get the same peak RPM or peak wattage on the rower, but you're gonna try hard every single time, and that's what we're going for today, all right? So hit those sprints, and I'll see you guys on Friday.